What up, everybody? At the end of Power Book 2, Ghost Season 4, Episode 4, after hunting Diana Tejada all episode for almost getting his mother killed, Tariq finally found Diana at one of Salim's parents' house. And when he asked her why he shouldn't kill her for what she did, Monet walked in and let Tariq know that Diana was pregnant. Tariq then said, "What the f*** does that have to do with me?" Most likely in denial at the time because of the rage he was in for Diana almost getting Tasha killed. Because that episode, Tariq had a one-track mind to take Diana out at all cost. At the beginning of the episode, Tariq and Brayden broke into her dorm room looking for her. And when Brayden asked Tariq, "So what are you going to do? Shoot her in her dorm room in front of a million witnesses?" Tariq told Brayden that she got to get a bullet no matter where she is. Later the same episode, Brayden again tried talking Tariq out of hunting Diana, saying, "Do you really think you should be worried about revenge right now when we have to move this product?" And again, Tariq told Brayden he had to do what he had to do. This was showing Tariq's mindset the whole episode, and the anger, not to mention the betrayal he was feeling, having someone he was sleeping with and somewhat trusted to turn around and try to have his mother killed, is a violation to say the least, like he told Monet. So after Tariq asked Diana what her being pregnant had to do with him, Diana told him it was his. And Monet agreed to a truce with Tariq. So most likely in shock at this point, to add to all the other emotions he was feeling, he took off to go to the club that Brayden was moving product in. When he got to the party, he told Brayden that he needed to hit the blunt, and also that he was going to need a drink. Because in addition to everything with Diana, Tariq also caught a body that night when he took out Salim looking for Diana. Then while at the bar, Tariq saw Noma's daughter, Anya Covington, and went over and introduced himself to her and bought her a drink. The beginning of episode 5, we saw that the two did shots with each other until they were faded, and then they went back to Tariq's dorm room and hooked up all night long until they passed out. And Tariq woke up the next morning laying on the floor. And when they woke up, Tariq and Anya exchanged numbers. At least Tariq remembered who she was because of Noma. Because back when I used to drink, I used to wake up next to females the next day and not even know their name. Sometimes I wouldn't even know their name or bring them home or go to their spot. I just hit them right there in the car in the parking lot. When Brayden got back later that day from Elle's dorm where he stayed the night, Tariq told Brayden that Diana was pregnant. And he didn't even know how this happened. And Brayden told Tariq to talk to Diana. Now keep in mind, Tariq asked Diana what her being pregnant had to do with him, and told Brayden that he didn't even know how this happened. Then when talking to Diana, he asked her how does she even know it's his when she was fucking Salim all last semester. When she broke the news to Tariq that her and Salim always used condoms, but they didn't. Going back to Tariq asking Diana what that had to do with him and telling Brayden he didn't know how that happened. Reek must have been so angry he was going through the grieving process or something because he was in some serious denial. How do you bust in a girl and not be wondering in the back of your mind if you got her pregnant or not? And at the same time, Tariq got Diana pregnant when she was drunk. So this is most likely how he was able to smash without wearing a condom because Diana was drunk, while Tariq was the sober one and decided not to put a condom on anyway. So this lets us know that Tariq most likely prefers not to wear a condom if the female doesn't make him. Because when Diana told him that her and Salim always used a condom, Tariq replied, "And condoms work every time?" And he might have been right that they don't work every time, but most of the time they do. So this could also be showing that Tariq has a habit of not putting a condom on. So with that said, my next question is, did Tariq also get Anya pregnant? Because this time it wasn't just Anya who was drunk. Tariq was drunk also. And by the looks of all the shots they were taking, they were both wasted. So I would say the chances are that he didn't use a condom. Going back to what Tommy told Tariq about always using a condom when he found out about Tariq smashing Destiny. Tommy asked Tariq if he wore a condom and Tariq said that he did. But I'm pretty sure Tariq was even lying about that. Because Kanan didn't give him one, and I'm pretty sure he didn't already have one in his pocket. So unless Destiny had one, I'm pretty sure Tariq hit her raw too. Not to mention in those days, Tariq was always faded off lean, so he probably didn't even know. And I've been thought that she might have got pregnant with Tariq's child, but she never told him because she was involved in Raina's death. Then also, Tommy showed up at her apartment and scared the hell out of her looking for Ray Ray. So Tariq might even already have a kid running around somewhere with Destiny. And before I get back to Anya, I also have to mention Effie, because just like Tariq said Diana was fucking Salim all last semester, you could say the same thing about him and Effie. And they only broke up a few days before he got Diana pregnant. So honestly, Effie could also be pregnant too. This could be part of the reason why we've only seen her 2 scenes in the last 2 episodes. She might also be trying to decide if she's going to keep the child or not because of her plans to go to Stanford. But if she is, she would probably keep it too, if anything, as a way to try to get back with Tariq. And this might be why we've seen her acting extra emotional, trying to get Tariq killed, then turning around and helping him, then asking Tariq if they were good. Because I can see Tariq being like the Future or the Nick Cannon of the Power Universe and having all these kids and baby mamas running around on the next Power book. But if Anya is indeed pregnant with Tariq's child, how will Noma respond to this? Most likely she would be happy that she's going to be a grandma like Monet is. But at the same time, when she finds out about who the father is, she might also lose it, because Tariq would basically be calling checkmate at this point. So with that said, he might have intentionally even got Anya pregnant, or if he hasn't got her pregnant yet, that might be his plan. Because keep in mind that Anya has a major trust fund coming to her when she turns 21 from her father, Francesco Lombardi. And that man was more than rich, he was wealthy with long money. Just think about the castle he lived in that we saw season 3, episode 5. That was Anya's father, and she inherited all of his wealth. And from the beginning of season 4, her and Noma were bumping heads about this inheritance. Because the fact that Noma tries to control every aspect of Anya's life. That's why at the club when Tariq walked up to Anya in front of Noma, Anya was like, "What are you doing here? Did you put a tracker in my phone again?" Noma also had a listening device in Francesco's mansion. That's why Tariq, Effie, and Brayden were there in the first place. But in episode 1, when Anya brought this up to Noma, she said that she had to stay at NYC because Anya wanted to take her father's money, leave New York, and start over. So if she is pregnant, this might actually work out for her and give her an excuse to get out of town like she talked about. So if Tariq gets Anya pregnant, that would also guarantee that at least one of his kids would be born rich. And since Tariq lost his trust fund, he might just end up marrying Anya so he could get a hold of her trust also. And at the same time, Tariq and Anya could potentially even relate to each other more than any of the other females, even Diana, because the fact they come from very similar backgrounds with their parents living double lives. But at the same time, from that club scene with Tariq, Noma, and Anya, Noma has to feel a little better towards Tariq because if he really wanted to, he could have exposed Noma to Anya right there and then, letting her know that her mother and her goon was there to kill him. He could have even blew it all the way up and let Anya know what Noma really does for a living. But he didn't. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.